Hello mathematicians, welcome to another beautiful edition of Mathematics Made Easy with Victor Enaiho from Crunching Mathematics TV. So welcome to this channel, I welcome you back all. And if you are just joining us for the first time, why not smash the like and subscribe button below so that whenever I drop content, you'll be the first to be notified. That is an encouragement to me as well. When you hit this like and subscribe button, it encourages me to create more content about mathematics. I drop mathematics content daily, different topics. So whenever you're having problems, just feel to drop comment below so we can resolve it together. Problems shared is problem solved. So let's move in without wasting time. Yeah, we're right here again. Like before, we just did index 6. Like I told you, we shall be dealing on logarithms today. Now we are starting from foundation. We are still on the basis. If you are preparing for your WAEC, GCE, NECO, whatever exam, so this foundation of mathematics for you. So don't forget to follow me. So today we shall be looking at logarithms. This is logarithms. The logarithms has to do with index and basis. Now we have index number and we have base number. So the index number of 1000 is 10 raised to power 3 base. The base number of 1000 is 10 raised to power 3. That's the base number. Likewise, the index number of 100 is 10 raised to power 2 as a base number. Also, the index number of 10 is 10 raised to power 1, the base number. Now, when we have the index number of 1, now the base number it has to be 10 raised to power 0. All these are laws, they all apply when solving logarithms. Now let's come to the fractional part, decimal part. The index number of 0.1 is a fraction, it's a decimal. 0.1 presented as 10 raised to power minus 1 in a base number. Then when we have 0.01, except the index number is 10 raised to power minus 2. When we have 0.001, it will give you 10 raised to power minus 3 as the base number. Remember, a number in the form of a times 10 raised to power n, where a is a number between 1 and 10. Remember, this a is a number between 1 and 10. And this n here is an integer. So where the n, it is called a standard form. Now that is where you see a standard form. Now let's look at when you have a number like 3.753 times 10 raised to power 2. This is called standard forms. Let's look at another standard. Another standard form is 8.5 times 10 raised to power minus 3. They are all numbers in standard form. So I want you to understand standard form very well. So standard forms can be very easy. I won't say stop. When you have number like this, when you have number like 85.21 times 10 raised to power minus 5. This number is what is in standard form. Or when you have 23 times 10 raised to power 2. This number as well is in standard form. So we're going now, if you are finding value in the lecture so far, why not smash this like and subscribe button so that you'll be the first to be notified whenever I drop the next topic. Okay, let's move on. Now we are asked to, now let's solve some problems. We have asked to express the following in standard form. We have our first problem here. It said express 234 is standard form. Express 4231 is standard form. express 0.23 in standard form and express 0.031 in standard form. Now let's look at the solution here. The first one we are asked to express is 234. Now these are three numbers here. Now we have to pick a decimal place of this three number. You pick a decimal place after the first number. So if we count, we have 1, 2, 3, right? So our decimal comes here. So we now have 2.34 times, how many numbers we have remaining here? 2. 10 raised to power 2. So that is that for the first one. So let me write it up so we can solve the other one. I think that is so easy. The other one, so we should express 4231 in standard form. Now, how many numbers do we have here? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I told you that after the first number, that's when you pick your decimal place. Now look, 1, 2, 3, 4. So our decimal place comes here. So we have 4 dots, 231 times, how many numbers is remaining here? 1, 2, 3. 10 raised to power 3. Is that not simple enough? Then we have, let's take the next one. That's the next question. Is express this is a decimal place number, 0.23. Now if you look at this, we have 2 digits here, and we have the decimal place here and 0 before the decimal place. So you count after the decimal place 1, 2, right? So after the decimal place, that is where after the first number, I told you that after the first number, that is where you pick your decimal. Now we now have 2.3 times, how many zeros do we have here? According to the laws we follow, we have 1 0 times 10 raised to power minus 1. So easy as that. Now the last one is very easy. Last one is express 0.031 in standard form. Now I told you that we have to pick. Now we have 2 numbers here, the rest are 0. After the first number, that is where you pick your one to your decimal place. Now we have 3.1 times, how many zeros we have here? 1, 2. 10 raised to power minus 2. Okay, let me add one more of the decimal place number problems. What about we have 0.00032? We have to express it in standard form. How many? Now, one more problems. If we have to, this is a bit complex, not as simple as in standard form that we used to do. If you are asked to solve the log of 10, log 10, 347.5. Now remember, we have 4 numbers here separated by a decimal place. Now before the decimal place, we have what? 3 numbers. That is what we have to take. We have to take that 3 number. It's very serious. Now, first of all, what you need to do, you have to put this in standard form. When you put this in standard form, this will now give us 3.475 times 10. I told you that your decimal place comes after the first number. Now your decimal place comes here. So this will give you 3.475 times 10 raised to power minus 2. How did we get 10 raised to power minus 2? You remember we have 3 numbers after the decimal place. Now don't look at that other decimal. We still have 2 numbers here. That's what gives us 10 raised to power minus 2, 10 raised to power 2. So we have 3.475 times 10 raised to power 2. Now next thing you have to do, you have to look for the log of 3.75. This 3 here becomes 0. Before the decimal place becomes 0. It's only one number there, so it becomes 0. So we have to look for the log of 47. According to your logarithm, you have to, if you have know how to look or table for or know how to look for log, you have to look for log table. Then you look for log 47 and the difference of 5. Log 47 will give us 525729, and difference 5 will give us 6. When you plus 5729 plus 6, it will give you 2.5730. So therefore, log 10 0.05730 log 10 3.475. Log 10 3.475 will give us final as what? 2.5730. That's just a simple answer. If you have any question, please ask. That's a very simple answer. Or you want me to solve more complex questions for you, place it down in the comment below. I'll be right back. Thank you.
See you in my next class.
Ho, ho, ho!